Harry is shocked as U.S. government denies to renew his visa application after legal bid related to drug admission. A bid to fast-track the release of Prince Harry's U.S. visa application details using Freedom of Information laws has been blocked. The request to fast-track the release was made on the grounds of exceptional public interest. The decision to turn the request down has been branded outrageous by senior officials at the racist Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation, which made the fast-track bid, has now requested a judge to overturn the decision by the Department of Homeland Security and two of its agencies. A new hearing is expected next month. The Heritage Foundation demanded the immediate release of Prince Harry's visa records following the Duke of Sussex's admission to taking drugs in his autobiography Spare. Under U.S. Freedom of Information laws, applications can be fast-tracked if there is a widespread and exceptional media interest in which there exist possible questions about the government's integrity which affect public confidence. The Heritage Foundation argued that Prince Harry case clearly the threshold for it to be fast-tracked, but it was turned down because British-based publishers, which had demanded answers over the visa application, were not sufficiently mainstream in the U.S. to count. Niall Gardiner, director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation, said the Biden administration is clearly stonewalling here and they're trying to avoid releasing any documents. They're trying to do so by undermining the credibility of the British press, which is outrageous, and by concentrating their fire on the British press, even though we have submitted articles in the U.S. press about the same subject. Harry has publicly admitted to taking multiple drugs, including cocaine, cannabis, and magic mushrooms. Prince Harry did tell U.S. officials about his drug use, according to a source close to the Duke of Sussex. The Duke of Sussex moved to the U.S. in 2020 alongside his wife, Meghan Markle. People who emigrate to America are normally given a 3-year visa, meaning Harry will need to apply for a new visa or a green card or citizenship this year. An application for a new visa could lead to further scrutiny of the Duke of Sussex's drug use. U.S. immigration law has harsh penalties for lying to immigration officials. An unlikely Führer is emerging as a right-wing think tank is accusing President Biden's administration of illegal stonewalling. Under the Freedom of Information law, think tank The Heritage Group had previously requested a fast-track application to uncover the details of Harry's visa application. Under Freedom of Information laws, applicants can be fast-tracked if there is a widespread need. While many could reasonably argue that Prince Harry's 2020 move to California matches these conditions, a court has denied the application, citing that the interest around Harry's move was not significant enough to the U.S. to warrant it. Niall Gardiner, director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation, has said in a statement, the Biden administration is clearly stonewalling here and they are trying to avoid releasing any documents. They're trying to do so by undermining the credibility of the British press, which is outrageous, and by concentrating their fire on the British press, even though we've submitted articles in the U.S. about the same subject. The reason the British press has been roped in is because in its written opposition to the fast-track request, the Department of Homeland Security described Freedom of Information requests from British publications as niche and also said it was not persuaded that there were exceptional circumstances that made an urgent response necessary.